OrosZ, and this is another episode of Uncharted Golden Abyss. And today's episode, we are getting shot at by a turret. I gotta sneak around it somehow. I tried it last episode, but then I got shredded into Swiss cheese. And that is giving us moral support because that's pretty much the best he can do. No actual support ever coming from him because he's a fucking idiot. I tried this last episode and got absolutely fucking fucked over and killed. What you're supposed to do is wait for the turret to cool down and like stop shooting for a little bit. And look at the particle effects, they're really pixelated. I guess they did hit, make up some space for this game to fit on a Vita by making some parts look ugly. So they, I guess, had to make particle effects that look really pixelated. Like pixels flying around. But who cares? If I didn't point it out, would you notice? Maybe, because there's a lot of them right now. In one area just repeating. Or maybe they look pixelated because they move really fast. And this game runs under some kind of fucking weird resolution. It's like 500 something p. Oh, nice. Goodbye. Aren't you a psychopath, Nathan Drake? Absolutely fucking crazy. Shame I didn't get to use the turret like I did last episode to give him some support. Best I can do is encourage him to jump. I know how this game doesn't allow me to shoot when I'm aiming directly at Dante, but I feel like shooting like millimeters around him would still do quite a lot of damage to him. Especially from a gun with this big of caliber, which I don't know what fucking caliber a turret could have like that, but I imagine it's nothing small. So pistol ammo I'm shooting at this fucking rapid fire cannon. Oh, look, a big hall. My favorite hall. The big one. Last episode I fucked up and my Vita ran out of batteries while I was recording, and my recording switched from the Vita to my camera so you could actually see me for a second. I cut that out. Hopefully I remember to do that because it's important. When I want to give up my gorgeous face just like that. And that's because when you hack a Vita and plug it into your computer and try recording it with OBS, the Vita gets recognized as a camera. It doesn't get recognized as some kind of console, doesn't get recognized as something that plays games. You don't use game capture, you use webcam capture. The PS Vita is basically my webcam right now. Except it doesn't capture my the footage from the Vita's camera. It captures the footage from the Vita itself. That's how I'm able to record PS Vita footage. You know what I was thinking? I could technically record these Vita gameplays and my commentary at the same time. It would take a little bit more fiddling around with the settings. But I was like, yeah, fuck it. I haven't done this kind of commentary in a while, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal breaker to me that I'm not allowed to do commentary at the same time. It's the big hat boy. He has a hat on and is invisible because of it. Well, they lined up for me. How nice. Man, these fucking Cubans are pretty good at shooting guns. They don't fucking hesitate. Moss 12. Miss Mossman. There's also a Spaz 12 in this game, so there's another shotgun, but it appears so late in the game that I don't think I even used it once. Well, I actually haven't gotten to on my personal playthrough of this game, I don't think I used it once. But when I will be recording, I'll probably force myself to use it just to show you what it looks like. See? I'm fucking committed. I'm gonna use the shitty gun on purpose, just so you know that it's shitty, and I'm not lying to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just noticed on my beer can there's like fucking Morse code. 3 dots. That's S. Dot space dot. Actually, I don't think that's Morse code, but there's like dots on it, on the bottom of the can. There's like some omega symbol on it. It's a bunch of information that I got no fucking idea. I think it's bottle specifications, not the drink itself. There's like a serial number on it.
Move the man out.
Cool design with a strawberry and the Desperados logo. It's pretty cool.
Lose, my friend.
Tequila flavored.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, we do lose.
Bastard set the timer.
We already lost.
We gotta move.
We will meet with Sully this episode, so I guess I'm gonna put him on the thumbnail, but and I really have no one else to put on the thumbnail. I think I utilized all the shots of enemy soldiers that I had. I fucking put Private Sanchez falling to his death on a thumbnail. Because I couldn't think of anything else. Actually, no, I have one more soldier, and it's the one that I kicked to death. I took the thumbnail at such a moment where it looks like Nate is jumping on his back. Or jumping off of his back. That's really stupid. But that's okay. So we have Sully on the thumbnail. I don't know, I guess I'll put Nate on a thumbnail again. We haven't seen him on a thumbnail in a while, but it's like fucking... Who cares?
Keep going.
Also, remember the opening to this game and how it said after like that brief tutorial and you're getting shot with a bazooka? This is like 2 weeks earlier. It's like a cliffhanger. This game is kind of doing what Uncharted 2 did, except on a much smaller scale.
You want them to drop you?
Yes!
That's a first. A pinata that kicks and screams.
Really? Now?
I was kidding.
You have to find a way up there.
It's not gonna be so easy.
It never is.
Uncharted 2 did it much better, and actually I think it was the first instance where I saw some kind of plot-telling device like that, where it says like 2 weeks earlier, 2 months earlier, however long earlier Uncharted 2 took place, because it never told you, really. So yeah, I like how most, like half of the story takes place in a flashback, and then you finally catch up with the events that led up to the big flashback moment. But, as much as I like it, I don't think this game did it as well, like I was saying. I think this view might have... I don't feel drunk. I did notice the slighting degrading ability to speak, but then again, not that my ability to fucking speak is any good to begin with. You'd think with a shitty fucking ability to speak like that, I shouldn't run a Let's Play channel, but that fucking didn't stop me, did it? A pretty made ability to play video games too.
I would say I'm surprised, but this would be a lie.
Chase, are you okay?
Yeah.
Kill her. Come on. Do it.
Countless men
Do what
have
you
died
want.
in this war. So far, the women, they have been spared. I would be
How
very
thoughtful
sad
of
to
him.
see that she was the first.
This isn't a war. You just
Many children have died too, because fuck them kids.
This belongs to the men who have spilled their blood for me. Now I suggest that you keep your head, señorita. Finish them!
Why stick my neck out for you? It's beyond me.
Just go.
Nice work. For
Oh,
you.
a West Side. They gave it me on purpose, because they knew I love it. Where did this West Side came from? From nowhere. I feel like this West Side shows up here just so Nate looks really cool in a cutscene that's about to play, that I told you about, is a really cool look what this game plot could have been, to make it much more unique.
So damn hot.
Show past of Nathan Drake, where Nate is kind of a scumbag, just like all the people he works with.
Shoot it.
Because there's a moment where he's almost gonna do something really out of character.
Come on. We gotta keep going.
Which I don't wanna spoil it, but I just tanked a fucking rocket with my face. Can't hear anything. It's like at work when sometimes I have to hit some metal with hammers and then it just fucking makes me go deaf.
They're right
Hold
there.
on, enemies are assigned to a specific plank on the wall. Also, a little trick I noticed in this game is, check it out, I have 3 ammo, I shoot this guy in the head, I have 0 ammo, but when I'm hanging in a situation where I need to kill someone, the game will give me back ammunition.
That's how you do it.
So I killed him, I have 5 ammo, but if I waste it right now,
Step on your head.
and I get rid of all the ammo, they will give me 6 ammo again. So, you know, I have 1 more bullet than I normally would. So I'd say it's a little bit worth it. Also, here's a new weapon.
Let's go.
It's a grenade launcher. Were these crates here before, or like is it supposed to be like the bad guys moved in and they brought crates? Check it out, we finally get to use a fucking minigun against enemies. Pretty cool. Even Uncharted 2 didn't give you too many opportunities to do so. Kind of a wasted potential gun, minigun is. Also, I don't know why, but when I was shooting it, I felt like the aim kept moving down and left.
Keep going.
No, down and right. But I think that was me just holding the analog a little. Like I was holding it very slightly, but I was still moving it around. Really, you don't get to keep miniguns for too long in this game because they don't let you keep them on your back. How ridiculous.
You
Got a grenade
bastards.
launcher on my
Get
back
away
and
from
what
me.
again?
She's
Keep a
over by those
minigun?
tracks. Come on.
Why not? Can't they put it down my pants like protagonist in Grand Theft Auto 5? Will we get a Grand Theft Auto 6 next year? I think it's possible that we might get a trailer,
I don't know why.
not necessarily the whole game.
Could be in trouble. Let's move.
Sounds like a pretty good moment to buy Take-Two stocks, right? The Grand Theft Auto 5, you buy stocks, you sell them, that's how you make money in that game instead of getting paid for actually doing missions,
Calm down.
which always
Jason's a
annoyed
big
me.
girl. She can take care of herself. You?
See,
Not so
Dante,
much.
even though he was keep siding with Guerrero and like helping him out, even though he only did it just to stay alive,
Huh?
he's on our side again.
You know why Guerrero tried to cut me out?
Helped
'Cause I
us
got
out,
connections.
kind of. Didn't really do much, but
Buenos
whatever.
Aires isn't gonna do us much help.
Imagine that. Guerrero's smarter than you. He's afraid of me, Drake. Good thing about the US of A, we got the finest hired guns money can buy.
So now you're General Jason Dante. Huh? Gonna go buy yourself an army?
Yeah, something like that.
No, what you're gonna do is get Chase killed.
You know what the difference is between you and me? Because I got something you don't. Moolah, Drake. Moolah.
Oh, there it is. We finally agree on something. All you've ever cared about is money.
Oh yeah? Look who's talking. You with your stupid heirloom ring. What, are you trying to prove you're worth something? What have you done the last 10 years except work piss-ass jobs for schlubs like me?
See, he insulted his ring, Sir Francis' ring, his ancestor he claims to be. I mean, he claims to be the descendant of, and he pulled a gun on him just because he pushed him. I thought if Nate really did shot Dante, it would be kind of a dark reveal that Nate used to be kind of a piece of
You
shit.
ain't worry about Chase. You
And then he
go
became
back to Sully.
a nice person, like a nicer guy. Not that Nate is super nice, I mean, he kills people all the time. He kills bad guys, okay?
I don't need Sully.
They appeal evil on purpose, on surface, and he shoots them. Doesn't ask too many questions.
I need you. That much I got. What I
Look at
don't
Sully,
like is
and
why
he's
you're
not fully
sticking
gray
your
yet.
neck out for this Chase girl that
It's
you
pretty
just
cool,
met.
right?
Okay, okay.
Pretty cool to see him, like,
You're not gonna
younger.
like it. I already don't like it. You know what it cost me to get here?
Sticking your neck out.
It's all my
Sticking your
fault.
dick out.
I let Dante talk me into...
Oh, for Christ's sake, Nate. Tell me Dante's not in this thing.
Okay? Dante's not in this thing. I mean, not anymore, at least. But Guerrero is.
Dante, my ex-lover.
He's got the girl.
This just gets better and better. So it's El Generale's army that's headed into the rainforest.
My friend's friend can open beer bottles with his eye socket. And I find that to be quite disgusting. I don't even have an eye socket that I could, like, put a beer bottle into. It's fucking horrible. How do you fucking do that?
Just forget about
I
it.
have
Just
some fucked up
finish your
eye
story.
sockets.
Where's he taking you?
Not a very impressive party trick, more of a disgusting one.
I told you about the sword of Stephen.
Check it out, we get to hang out with Sully for like 2 next chapters, for like
Man,
2 next
little
episodes
small
maybe.
sword.
No. See, I tore the rubbing into these small squares. It's a series of etchings, see? They fit together.
The
like
easy part to
jigsaw
solve
puzzle.
this is just to
Each
look at the
piece is
trees,
same
and if they're
coordinate.
positioned right,
If I
then you
match the
gotta put them
symbols,
somewhere.
the pieces create a larger image.
So you can see the
Yeah, let's
tree
do it.
trunk and the tree leaves. Which reminds me of a board game I tried to create once where I drew by gluing together like two pieces of paper, and I drew this like really elaborate map with like little details, and I drew every single tree by hand, and it was so fucking much work. I never finished it. But the purpose of the board game was that you start in the corner of the map. You all make your character, kind of like in Dungeons and Dragons, just more limited, and then you have to make your way from that corner to a castle. I mean, it's an option, you get to do that. I would think of other rules where you get to do other stuff. And then what you do is basically get randomized quest you have to fulfill. And then you have to go out and do the quest, and whoever finishes their quest first wins. And you will get an easier quest, you could fuck up with other players somehow. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I thought you could challenge people to fights. So like, let's say somebody was really close to finishing their game. You could just go out and kill them if you haven't finished yours or even begun.
The city of gold?
Her grandfather spent
But I don't know, I feel like there could be a lot of exploits to that game. Like, you could just simply start the game by making your character overpowered by collecting some items and shit, and you could just go kill other players. And
remember why I got into all this?
Yes, I remember.
heck, I got you into this because you were off the streets.
Years working crap jobs for guys like Dante.
So the business can get a little rough once in a
See,
while.
that's just it. It's a business to us. But it's not for her.
To her, it's bullshit.
First,
Nice
like
parrot you
Applewood,
got, Sully.
because
Nice house.
everything you've told
Is this
me
how you
girl
live?
is perfectly
In a
capable
wood
of taking
shack
care of
with
herself.
neon lights
She
everywhere?
was involved with Dante
What even
when
is
her
this? Why is there
alone
like a
was for
snake with wings in the back?
Yeah, I guess she was.
So much detail in
She's
this one
probably
fucking
smart
house
enough to
that
give
we
him
only
just
see for this
enough
cutscene.
information to keep herself useful.
So as long as Squarrow needs her.
She'll be fine.
How the fuck we have not received a Sully prequel yet?
Gotta be just as smart.
It's
We don't
ridiculous
have
to
a
me.
goddamn army,
Could have
so
seen
we're
like
not
a
doing that.
story begins with Sully like quitting the army or quitting the navy because he was in the
I
navy.
happen to know a guy who can outfit us. No questions asked.
So you're gonna help me.
Of course I'm gonna help you. I'm here, aren't I? That's what partners do.
No. It's what good partners do.
Maybe learning about some secret treasure in the navy from his friend or something like that. And then setting out on an adventure. Maybe young Nathan Drake could be somewhat involved in it.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
You're tired,
That'd be
are
kind of cool if it was one of those adventures where
3 days
Sully
of
teaches
having
Nate a bunch of shit.
Goddamn mosquitoes in Piranha. Perish the thought.
Well, you are looking a little stiff.
That's what Consuela said. Little sweetie I left back in Bogota to come up here and play games with you.
All right, I don't want to hear it. Now you're just stalling.
No. So, how much farther did you say it was?
Also, we get to somewhat play as Sully in this
GPS
chapter.
and the drink, remember?
You still got a goddamn map, right?
I don't know. We're close.
I opened the beer bottle with
As soon
this
as we
really
reach the
cool
aqueduct road,
bottle opener. Since I mentioned my friend's friend being able to open beer bottles with an eye socket, I have this really cool one with a buffalo on it.
First time I had a paddle.
That's not what Consuela said. Couldn't afford a motor? You know, maybe an outboard or something?
We got a paddle, a canoe,
All this
by
exercise?
hand.
Besides, I thought the whole
Might
idea
think
was
this
to
is
see
somewhat
the back
similar
door.
to the jet ski segment in Uncharted 1, which nobody likes. Yeah, I don't like it either. Sucks. The jet ski control's pretty shitty.
If you found some more of those gold coins.
And it's even worse when you have to shoot grenade launcher as Elena, because then you get shot at and you have to control a shitty jet ski.
Keep your fingers out of the water, unless you want to lose them.
What? Why?
Piranha. Entire river's infested.
Come on, what are you talking about? There's no piranha this far north.
I know what the book says, but I'm telling you, I've seen them.
Oh, nice. I haven't drew a penis in a while. It's always fun to draw on these like charcoal drawings that are like very black, because those ones were you can't really see much of what you actually draw and kind of suck. This one was very dark, so you could see very well what you're trying to draw.
Perez jotted down some notes on these guys.
When Marissa was a little girl, I would take her fishing on the great rivers of the world. But I always thought of Atlahuatli and would cast a bit of bait into the river as an offering to protect us from drowning.
See, that was Vincent Perez, grandfather of Marisa Chase, and he has a voice actor, a model, some drawings of him, but he never appears where you physically meet him and get to talk to him. So that fucking sucks. I don't get it. If I grew up to be older, I think I'd just dress like
You got the
Sully.
map? Which road?
A dog with a shirt like
One
that.
less traveled?
Damn. How about one with less mosquitoes?
Yeah, put on more of that shitty cologne. Yeah, that'll keep the jaguars away.
And if I'm older, I hope I get to keep my hair like Sully does. Maybe I'll grow a mustache.
Hey, come on, you're
I'll
getting the
just
map
fucking
wet.
start cosplaying Sully daily.
Okay. I think.
Or the revolver also. That was my other
Yeah,
plan.
we go left.
Sure.
Buy myself a leather trench
Come
coat
on,
like
how do you
that.
get lost on a river?
Grow longer hair. Have a ponytail like a dickhead.
Now I know why your friend doesn't ask questions.
Yeah? Why is that?
Somebody's figured out that I'm just Revolver Ocelot, right?
Where we drowned.
That's right.
I mean that I'm cosplaying
Don't
him.
worry.
Or that I am him.
Get you long
My
before
skin
you
is falling
cry.
off my face. Jesus Christ. No, it's not.
You sure this is the right way?
Not sure. Let me check the GPS.
Skin off my pretty much everywhere.
Oh, Jesus. All right, all right.
How come I had time to make the charcoal drawing while I was on a boat?
Sorry I asked.
It's not that you asked, it's how you asked.
Oh. Looks like we're hitting some white water, kid. Better pick it up a notch.
Whitewater.
Call this Whitewater? Do you remember the Bingo Rapids?
I remember.
See how there's still references to their past adventures even in this game, which is the first one chronologically.
Faster! Faster!
I'm not sure when the book takes place, maybe even before this game, but from what I remember from that video I watched, the book is very non.
You told her.
Just it doesn't matter at one bit. There's like nothing interesting in it.
We're through.
It's not like you read the book and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's why. That's what happens. That's why in Uncharted 4 Nate says this line. That's what she said.
Really? I mean, really?
Uh-oh. It goes down. It don't go down.
Hey, Nate, I don't want to
It goes down?
How come we're suddenly going downriver?
Goes down. It don't go down.
Explain it.
It's like that video.
Used to this. Maybe a fishing pole and a good cigar?
Oh, crap.
One time I was fishing with my dad, and my dad is a big fisherman, just that his friend was into fishing, so he got all of his other friends into fishing as well, and my dad was trying to become a fisherman, never really worked out, he doesn't really fish anymore. And he took me on a fishing trip once, and I fell into the water. And that was it. Never went fishing ever again.
Jesus, Nate, are you trying to kill us?
Sorry, Sully. Not like I've ever done that before.
Oh, really? I guess we forgot that little fiasco down in Angkor Boree.
Yeah, I did not have the map upside down that time.
Right.
Just had the wrong map.
You ready?
Yeah. Why do you always bring up Angkor Boree? I mean, seriously.
What are you talking about?
You never let anything go.
That is not true at all. But you do know what that Khmer statue was worth.
Yeah, a lot.
10
I know.
bucks.
How could I forget? Especially with you around.
It was worth a lot of magic points. Worth a whole new level.
Whero's men are crawling all over the place. You
Check it out, we get to play as Sully now.
guys. Keep the gun steady.
Kind of. So I mentioned how in Uncharted 1 you're on a, you know,
Said we couldn't afford a motor?
There's a segment where you on a speedboat and you're shooting people with a grenade launcher and the victim seems to be blind. He didn't notice that just passed by. Check it out, I'm playing a Sully shooting a grenade launcher. This makes this game's playthrough all worth it. Also, the grenade is actually going slightly to the left to its crosshair, so do not trust the crosshair. Shoot slightly to the right of enemies. Also, I find it funny that when you shoot, you can actually for a split second see the grenade icon, meaning that you shoot genuine just grenades from the game. Except they just explode on impact. Can I get out of the boat and also continue to play as Sully? But you know, I keep saying I don't get to play as Sully. You do get to play as Sully. You can switch to Sully in Uncharted 2. When you're playing on very easy, you get to unlock a bunch of skins. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Maybe you have to aim to the right and to the left. This grenade launcher fucking sucks. I do find it interesting to see Nate, and I'm actually not playing as him. He just simply sits in the back, rowing, as I'm aiming and shooting. It's very interesting. Nate as a non-playable character. A little switcheroo. Uncharted 4 had you play as Sam for like one chapter, which I thought was really cool. Almost made me wish there was a whole game where you get to play as Sam. And I think that's it for other playable characters. You do get to aim and shoot as Elena in Uncharted 1.
They must be.
You don't really switch from Nate in Uncharted 2 or 3.
None of the Romans built this thing.
Playing as young Nate doesn't count.
Barons did too. The aqueducts were one of the reasons that Marco started
Worst
his
part
own
about
trade
Uncharted 4 is that
missions.
the unlockables in it are really lame. All you get to do is change Nate's outfit from other outfits he already had in the game. Not like there's no any unique outfits that, you know, like are made specifically for unlockables. In Uncharted Lost Legacy, you get to dress Chloe as a cowboy or a pirate. So at least you have some outfits she didn't have throughout the game.
Should have listened.
And then in Uncharted 4, I don't think you get to unlock any silly outfits. Like I kept saying, they should have a leather jacket, cowboy hat, Indiana Jones outfit, and just finally admit to the fact that Uncharted is just an Indiana Jones ripoff.
The Incas were in Peru, and a couple of centuries later.
Just testing you, kid.
You sure, Sully? Because even in the later games, Nate is
How'd I do?
always the most knowledgeable one, not Sully.
No, no, you couldn't.
I gotta unlock these fucking doors.
Wonder what this is worth.
I'm gonna start doing that again. I don't fucking care. People are just walking in and out, keep fucking interrupting me.
Safe enough.
Shit's annoying. Good thing they didn't walk on me playing some ridiculous bullshit like, I don't know, like YAKUZA Kiwami 2 where there's a fucking really awesome minigame of taking pictures of live action hotties. It's ridiculous. One thing I noticed about those girls when I was playing, they have really fucked up looking teeth. Like, the teeth, I don't know what it's called, teeth line. Got like a crooked teeth. Maybe they have some British in them. I don't know. British Japanese. I don't know how I feel about that. Hate the British. Don't have anything against Japanese. Like them. They made YAKUZA. What did British make that I like?
All right. I think if we
They made Mr. Bean.
should lead us right to the temple.
Aardman is a
Sure you got the map
English
right side up this time?
animation studio.
That could have happened to anyone.
Yeah, it could. So stop
Johnny
giving me shit
English.
about the
I just
damn
write. I
GPS.
just like Rowan Atkinson. Monty Python is British. Okay, I guess British comedies are pretty cool.
Guerrero's men.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That is not good.
It took me a while to figure something British I actually like.
Chase is buying some time.
Today is a holiday and all stores are blocked. And everyone at home is sick. Yeah, I'm just gonna play video games all fucking day, I don't care. Also, today is Summer's Game Fest.
Keep your eyes open.
I believe it's in an hour. No, it starts in half an hour, I think. Or in an hour and a half, I'm not sure. But this episode is coming to an end. It's convenient. So, even though there's enemies up ahead and they might shoot at me any moment, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.